CVs without. I didn't even ask for a CV. People don't know how to write cover letters.
Yes.
People can send emails. People
Yes.
cannot. People these days, employers have meetings. They have interviews via Skype, and then you have wannabe employees who can't navigate those areas.
Yeah.
How do you handle this? With what you do.
We do have a class as part of our training, which is like a digital skills class.
Okay.
And then in that class, we try to introduce our students into the digital world. So, having a LinkedIn account, having Facebook,
Okay.
Instagram, social media, because that is where it's like the world is gravitating
Yeah,
towards
that's where
social
the
media
jobs
now.
are.
That's people. I've even seen people going to advertise themselves online, like I don't have a job, and they're getting employed.
And they get employed.
They get
yes.
employed through that way. So that's what we try to do to introduce them into know how to, because that's another skill that is lacking a lot. A lot of people don't know how to use a computer. Wow. They don't even know how to identify. If you say, "Oh, go and research this company," they don't even know how to get on Google to even say you want to search the name of the company and find out. They don't know how to
it
do
will
that.
surprise you because most people have mobile phones, like smartphones.
I don't know what they use it to do.
I guess social media, the
The
Facebook.
negative part of it, just WhatsApp.
Even
So
Facebook.
I don't know.
Yeah, they can upload pictures on
They
Facebook.
can upload
That I know
pictures
they
on
do well.
Facebook and do all the other things, but the main part that would help you, they don't know that's what it's for. They don't know they can actually use it to do that. So we try to introduce them to all these different platforms and hope that it sinks in, for them. And
really hope that it sinks in.
you can only introduce them to it and say, okay, this is how you do this. You need if you're trying to get yourself out there, you need to get on LinkedIn. You need to be able to advertise yourself on LinkedIn and have your profile and everything. So we even help them set it up as well.
Okay.
We help them make sure
That's
that
a lot.
before you graduate, you have to have your LinkedIn account.
I mean, if you're helping them to set it up, you're not teaching them to set it up.
No,
themselves.
so not setting it, like letting them know that we've shown you this is LinkedIn, this is how it works. Now for you to graduate, you have to
do
set up your
yours.
account.
Okay.
So you need to see your LinkedIn account and know that you have it set up. Yeah. So,
Wow, that's incredible.
so this is-
All right, it's 58 minutes into 3. That means at 4 we have to go for the news. So you're still here.
Could do.
And
For him is for him to have enrolled for an internship.
okay.
You need to mix that up with what you're taught in school. I mean, from when you finish your secondary school, if you ever knew that you were going to be an engineer, you should have enrolled in a firm that does something close to what you want to do. After your semester,
Every semester break.
Exactly. Also just called off strike now. Going to work, I see a lot of young people take. I'm not saying that modeling is bad, but a lot of them were taking photographs on the road. A lot of So the gist is this. I'm not saying it's bad, but the gist is go and do something. Enroll in a program that can help you hone your talent, your skills. Right?
Exactly.
So that I think you need to mix it. There's nothing. Okay, let me not say there's nothing we can do about our educational system, but it's very ingrained. It's very deep. Our challenge is deep rooted. Right? So one of the I think we should talk about our movement.
Sure.
Okay. So one of the program we're trying to float with support from well-meaning organizations is we are trying to build a movement of competency over certificate. We are trying to make organizations see that the work or the challenge of unemployment is beyond whether you graduate in 2-1 or a first class.
Okay.
The question is, are you competent enough to do the job?
Yeah.
Which
is the most important thing.
Exactly. So what are the competencies that you need for a particular job role? How do we help you gather those things together, teach you how to interview based on competencies and not certificates? So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to raise awareness on competency over certificate, because we've cried enough. My own is what are we doing about this? And then we're also having we're working on a software or a tool at Wave where you come in for an assessment and it tests you based on the competencies that you have.
Okay.
All right. So we're trying to do that to be able to have a database of people to say, okay, I need someone who can speak very well. I need someone who can solve a problem. I need someone who can think on your feet, whatever it is that the competencies you're looking for, we have the database of this particular person. So when you just enter your requirements, it pops up.
It pops up.
The people that you need who have those requirements pops up.
Awesome.
So yeah. So
Hold that thought. One or two people are. Oh, I think
Are the employers.
okay.
And if we could pick out of the three, who are we most likely to get to act on it? If we're waiting on the government, we're on a long thing. Like, I don't know when. It's not like the government does not know.
The school will also tell you they are waiting on the
Exactly.
government.
So we believe at Wave that if we want to make the change, if there was one party that we could influence, it would be the employers. And why do we say this? Because the employers are the ones who create the demand of what, you know, if the employers realize that, okay, they need to move away from that, just get a degree, because that's why people are going to school. They just believe if I have a BSc, I'll get a job. But that's not the reality of things now, and it's the employers who are creating that demand. So when they shift from that degree, the certificate over competency, and start looking more to competencies, and then it doesn't
Skills.
matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter whether you finished from this school or finished from a private school or public school. It doesn't matter whether you have a BSc or SS. Can you do the job? And
That's
then
it.
you open the market to everyone. It's an open level playing field for everybody. And
Yeah.
people now see that if you look abroad in the UK, nobody after college, people, in fact, when I was working in the UK, the one I told my boss I had a master's, and he was surprised. This is my manager who does not have, and he was shocked, like, really? Why? To him, it was an unnecessary
Why do you need a
thing to
master's
get,
degree?
because you don't need all those certificates to move ahead or get a job. They realize that it's about the competencies. What can you do? What are you bringing to the table? It's not about the certificate.
Indeed,
you
I
have.
think for us in this country,
Sorry, that's
from
communication.
the four walls of the university that I attended,
Yeah.
do you understand? I didn't learn it. In fact, there was no studio to practice nothing in the school that I attended.
And what did you study?
Mass communication.
Yeah.
High five.
Yeah, that's it. You know, everything was paper. The crux of what I'm doing now, I learned by practicing, by, you know, interning in media houses. I picked it up, you know, by learning from people who are already in the business. So, right now, employers are not looking for certificates anymore. In fact, 20th, 21st or 22nd century employers now are concerned about your skills. How?
Can I disagree with you on that?
Okay, feel
Yeah,
free.
because employers are still looking for graduates.
Which ones? Because the ones me I'm seeing, you know.
A lot of them.
There are
Because
plenty.
and the reason is because they see it as a proxy to hire. If you're a graduate, you should have gone through some certain experiences in your life that have made you to graduate. At least you've been able to meet deadlines, you've been able to
Okay,
attend
yeah,
classes,
you're expected to
do
know
some
certain
things,
things,
right?
yeah.
But the thing is, when these graduates get into the job and then they are meant to do some certain things, you know, complete some certain tasks, they can't. And they begin to wonder, like, oh, did you actually go to school? You know? But the thing they failed to realize from the beginning was they did not know what they wanted to hire for in the first place.
Yes.
So if an employer, for example, knew, okay, that I have a supermarket, the person I'm looking for is someone who is outgoing. The person I'm looking for is someone who knows how to present themselves physically and then in terms of communication. The person I'm looking for should have a little bit of arithmetic knowledge. The person I'm looking for should be a salesperson, like naturally a salesperson. If you know those things, that these are the things
So
I'm
you
looking
list
for.
out the skills that you want.
Exactly, the competencies that you're looking for. And then you look for somebody who can do it. Whether the person's a graduate, the person's not a graduate, it doesn't matter.
Can do that.
Very big organization, I'm not going to mention any name,
Yes.
right, is when they want to do, and this annoys me, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
When they want to do recruitment, they do this tests that they do. What test? This test they do.
GMAT.
Yeah, GMAT.
GMAT.
And then those things are supposed to be a yardstick to measure your intelligence.
That's ridiculous.
What if I'm not an arithmetically
Me,
inclined?
Marty
Exactly. Thank you very much. Right?
Fairly.
Right? What if I am
Yeah.
more of a strategic person? What if I don't think that way? Right? Education in our country should be more streamlined to people's learning, how they learn. I don't know the English for it now, but how do you learn? Learning ability. What's unique to you? How do you learn? What are you interested in?
See, this line of conversation will take us all the way back to the training for the educators themselves.
So and it is.
Do you get that's
Yeah.
a long way?
Mm.
Because even the educators themselves are not properly trained to teach. A lot of teachers, starting from foundational education, I'm talking primary and secondary, are not exactly trained educators.
Yes.
You know,
Even when the trained educators, my dear. Yes, there is a problem. Even the trained educators, the people who do the College of Education, you see them come out and they cannot even do anything.
That's
All right.
sad.
And the sad thing is, there is a cyclical theory here. Anybody that graduates the first class in the university, they will employ them in that school.
Usually,
Do you understand?
Yes.
If you graduate with 2-1, the school will be
they will
looking
offer
for
you employment.
But the gist is, you graduated by regurgitating what your lecturer has told you.
Oh, it's even like that.
Thank you very much.
You
And
still don't
then
know anything.
those are the same people that will come and teach the next crop of people.
Wow.
These things need to
It's a
change.
circle that needs to break.
It has to break. And how do we do it? We need to start training trainers. These are the way to deliver classroom. In fact, remove classroom, please. Let's talk. Let's have a conversation, which an average Nigerian graduate cannot do. We can't hold a conversation. Like let's have a conversation. We can't.
Wow.
There is this mentality of when lecturer is talking, you
Keep
shut
quiet.
up.
Exactly.
When your parents are having a conversation, you keep quiet.
So you're not trained to express yourself, to speak your own mind, to argue, to critically ask questions.
Thank you very much.
Wow, that's incredible. Stay here. We need to go for a break. When we come back, this conversation will continue. I love where you're going with this. And then we'll get to hear
Teach
more.
you what you need to know, but
Okay.
you also have to put in some work. So
Okay.
what Wave guarantees is we can get you in the door
Okay.
of that is by an interview.
Okay, at least you can get me an interview.
We're not gonna do your interview for you and say your questions for you.
Yeah,
So you
sure.
have to be able to sell yourself and get the job. That's what
Okay.
the training is for, to give you those skills and abilities and the confidence to be able to sell yourself
Okay.
when you have an interview. Having said that, it's also not a guarantee that everybody who comes through Wave would have an interview,
Okay.
because there are certain factors that affect being called for an interview. You still have to send your profile to an employer. The employer has to like you to want to invite you for an interview.
That's true.
So those are the different things that affect, but you do have a good chance. You do have a really good chance, and we do say probably between 6 to 8 weeks at least you should have gone for one interview.
Oh, wow.
At least you should have gone for one interview, and then it's your job to make sure you get that job.
What do you get out of all this? To sign up with Wave, employers can sign up. Wannabe employees can also sign up on
Yes.
different platforms, right?
Both can go to our website, right? Go to our
Okay.
website, www.
Person to
to
come
do.
and do. And if you don't know
And
the
so
skills
exactly,
you need,
if you don't know the
how to
skills you
employ.
need, how do you employ that person? How do you identify it when the person comes for interview? And so you pick somebody because the person looked good, or because the person went to this school, and then they start the job and the person can't deliver on the job. So we our employers who partner with us, we also try to educate them as well to help them identify, okay, when you say you're looking for this person, why? What is the job you want this person to do when they come in? What exactly are you trying to achieve with this person? And then so that's the kind of support we give employers, and most times the employers that we work with are pretty much happy with the service that we provide them, because like I said, we don't just dump employees on them. We try to see, we're always interested in knowing how we can make our service better and how we can serve them better, because we're all about making their business grow. That's the benefit to us. If we see that you started off at this rate, and you started with just one branch, and from the staff we've given you, you're calling us to say, oh, we're opening another branch somewhere else. That's growth.
Indeed.
That means that because what helps your business
That means the
to grow
people
is your
we've given
staff.
you are
Exactly.
working.
So that's what we're interested in. We're not just concerned about getting the money. We want to see success.
All right.
Yeah.
Wonderful conversation.